everybody, this is future Nika. Past Nika got sick and didn't do an intro. So now I'm here to say hello. Also, past Nika didn't do hardly any commentary for all of her footage. So I will be commenting on all of her actions throughout the video. Apologies. Illness happens. Yay, flu. Anyway, hope you enjoy the episode. See you later. After looking at everything, I realized I was in desperate need of food, wool, and iron. So, in order to get all those things, I started preparing. I started by clearing out the future sheep farm area, as I was going to need 16 sheep locations. I did have to expand the mountain just a tad. I gathered supplies and started thinking my next project through my head. I started plotting the outline and layout of the barn that was going to go in front of the sheep farm and the automatic chicken cooker. After a few adjustments and changes, I was ready to start building. I realized that this pillar was really ugly and blocking the view of my beautiful barn, so it had to go. Now that my barn was ready to go, time to add those chickens. After all that building, I realized I had 30 levels to spend, so I did. I went and got an Unbreaking 3 and Efficiency 4, and I decided, why not try again? So I gave this one a clean, put it in, and bam, I got Unbreaking 3, Fortune 2, and Efficiency 4. After enchanting, I went to check on my chicken farm and thought maybe it could use some help with the production by tweaking some minor things. This is the first mistake my flu brain made. Here was thinking, oh yeah, Nika, big brain move. 2 fence posts will totally stop the chickens in the machine from escaping. No. After the total walkout of my chickens, I decided to start with a fresh batch. After I had made all the changes I wanted to the farm, I closed it back up and moved on. I really, really needed iron for so many things, especially things like hoppers so I could do farms. So I began my search for a good spot to build a quick iron farm and get me started. I searched high and low for a good spot inside of my area. And finally, I saw this area right outside of the barn and decided that'll work. I cleaned it up just a little bit, pillared out, I assembled and grabbed some supplies to, make it look nice. Just because it was going to be a quick and dirty iron farm didn't mean it didn't have to look nice. I did a quick double check of my placement, started placing blocks, and got to work. Now that the villager rooms were done, it was time to go get some lodgers. I know some of you are thinking, why don't you have a villager breeder yet? Well, I haven't gotten there yet. Come on. This villager would get up here and then just legitimately disappear constantly. I would block off one area and think that, okay, I got him. And I turn around and bam, he was gone. Seriously, I'm only showing twice that I lost him, but I lost him 4 times. Where did you go now? I guess eventually this villager got so tired of running around that they jumped in the bed by themselves. Time to get villager 2. When I got back with lodger 2, I covered up the first lodger and started moving the second. This one was very easy to get moving at first. But of course, villagers being villagers, the unexpected happened. No! Thankfully, we were over water and I could retrieve him, but the fall was obviously traumatizing for him, and they obviously developed a fear of heights and would not follow. So I decided to try and give them a job, hoping that they would follow the workstation. With this newfound occupational confidence, I was able to get them safely into their new lodgings. I covered Lodger 2 up for some protection, and then it was time for Lodger 3. Lodger 3 was practically a volunteer, jumped right in the boat. They must have been ready for a new life. Village life wasn't for them. When we arrived, I noticed that the lodger didn't lose their job like the rest. I hadn't traded with them, so I wasn't sure why they remained a farmer. What that did mean, though, was I couldn't use the barrel to lure them upstairs. So it was back to the bed method. The lodger finally figured out what was happening, and they were very insistent on a different room. I tried to tell them we have no other rooms, and despite all my insisting, they wouldn't go into the hole. Or now I'm in the hole. The room. I was able to get them to the glass, but not any further before they jumped out. So I made it to where the glass was too low to escape. And even then, they wouldn't even give the bed a chance. I had no other choice. There. Finally, they were all in and covered up. Now it was time for our 24-hour concierge. As I have a limited number of name tags, I wanted to save them for other things. So I opted to wait until dark, find a zombie that could pick up an item. About 2 hours into the night, I finally found someone willing to give the job a chance. They even wore their best suit, so I tossed them the egg of employment and they went straight to work. Now that everyone was in place, it was time to start getting back to building the rest of the farm. I was really enjoying that build, and I decided it was probably a good idea to give a quick little AFK chamber to hang out in, as I plan to go ahead and sit at it all night and see how the build held up. I put my things in a barrel, and I set my spawn, and I headed out for the night. We ate overnight. Let's see how much we got. This guy. Final little moment. Ooh, I'm overflowing. The farm was a success, and I was swimming in iron. I took a good chunk of what was generated and put them into iron blocks, and then put the excess back into the chest. With all that iron, I was finally able to make the hoppers, minecart, shears, and hopper minecarts I needed to get to work on that sheep farm. I crafted all that up, put everything into the chest, and just double checked to make sure I had everything ready for the next episode. So glad that I could be here for this hopper minecart experience. Well, guys, that's it for this episode. We built the barn, we did a little chicken farm, we built an iron farm, got some of this stuff sort of cleaned up. We still got a lot of work to do, but it's a good start. So, anyway, thanks for joining me, and everyone behave, and I will see you guys next time. Bye, nieces, nephews, and nibblings. Bye.